There it is.
Mario,
Talk to me.
I watched the game on TV. You know how much I paid for that? Nothing.
Yeah.
Right. I still want my money back. Are we talking about the offense, like what we saw today, and just assuming that's what we're going to see next week? Or are we talking about like what we expect to change? Like what specifically are we talking about here? Because this is a dangerous segment, because by the time this airs, we may or may not have an offensive coordinator.
I just threw it in my mouth.
Yeah, I know. Ken Dorsey, I'm calling it.
He's coming. You called McCarron, you called Anderson. You just got a thing for quarterbacks.
I guess so. How many of those things worked out? Only one of them I really wanted to happen. I just wanted McCarron to happen.
Hey, you called them. That's all I'm caring about.
Yeah, right.
You like history?
You do.
I'm asking you.
It can be enlightening, although I think anything outside the last 19 years is irrelevant.
Okay, it's not. 2007.
I'm going to shave that hair. All right.
Post game, you brought up that Dable coached Anderson in 2009, so I'm not hearing anything from you. So if we talk about it, 2007, because I took a look through the archives. I'm like, Did Derek Anderson ever play against the Patriots? 2007, one game. He had 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. It was like 22 of like 34 or something like that, 37.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't a good game.
For the Browns.
For the Browns.
Yeah.
Just to let you know how long ago it was. It was Joshua Cribbs, Jamal Lewis. Braylon Edwards was the leading receiver in that game.
Whoa. Whoa. We're going to the Wayback Machine.
But 07 was the year they went 16-0. So it wasn't like,
yeah,
he lost to an 11-5 Patriots team.
Right.
It was the 16-0 season. But that was the only time. So Belichick might be pulling out some old tape.
You really think so?
The only reason I think so is because Anderson has only started like 12 games in his career. So how much could really change? No, I'm saying he started 47.
Yeah.
But how much could really change from a guy that hasn't played a full season or started a full season since then?
Yeah.
I mean, if I wish I had the stats in front of me to look it up, but how many games has he started since 07 that he could have broken habits since that game? I know it sounds stupid because it's 11 years ago, but he hasn't started or played games. He's been a mentor for 6 years. He was a mentor for 6 years in Carolina, wasn't he? 5-6 years?
You bring up something that's actually kind of an interesting point to talk about. So because there's so little recent film on Derek Anderson, what we saw today was just madness, right? So there's going to be anything the Bills add is not on tape, right? So the Bills add a bunch of motion. That's all stuff that Belichick can't plan for because it's something the Bills haven't done all season, truthfully, right? Nope. So if Dable goes completely back to the drawing board, because at this point, why not? You got a quarterback who's been there, less than 2 weeks. Why not go back to the drawing board? Let's add in a bunch of motion.
Yeah.
So do you think there's actually a possibility the Bills could have an advantage on the Patriots defense because there's no film on any of that stuff? It's late in the season that there should be. Let's just be realistic. The Bills are in a pretty horrible spot. So there should be enough film on the Bills to know, for Belichick to know what's going on. But if you're going to pull out all the stops, I think you need to do it now. If you're about saving your job, you need to save it before the bye week. And if you can go out there and you can get this offense scoring some points.
It's not even about winning or losing, you're saying, right?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's about putting something new on film. It's about showing that your offense can produce, and you have to get creative in order for that to happen and do things you haven't done all season. Can he coordinate that in time in 1 week for that matchup?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't know. Two things to respond to your point of that. Number one, Belichick is going to look at film of that 07 game because he's a historian. He's probably the biggest historian of the game to look at tendencies because Derek Anderson realistically hasn't played a lot of games since then.
No.
What else he's going to do is he's going to look at preseason tape of the Buffalo Bills because essentially that's where you are with Anderson right now. You have to try to learn the basics of this offense.
So you go.
So he's going to go
Peterman
back.
or McCarron?
You're going to go back to Peterman and McCarron.
Okay.
Okay, which is one thing that we're going to talk about it with the Peterman McCarron the timetable or whatever. But that's what he's going to look at. That's what he's going to focus at. The second thing is because he hasn't played in 2 years, he hasn't started very many games. We know his. I know it's going to sound weird, but we know Belichick's record against rookie quarterbacks when they first come in. He knows how to diagnose them. Essentially, Anderson's trying to relearn all the stuff that he did 2 years ago. And because he hasn't started a lot of games, he started 47 in 12 years. It's 4 a year. It's not, you're playing a quarter of the year.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to treat it as he's playing against a rookie that's learning a new offense. Essentially.
Sure.
So even though Dable and him have history, Dable has probably altered his offenses since 09, obviously. Because Belichick has familiarity of Dable, he'll know his tendencies. So what your point is great in the fact that just take a bunch of stuff, throw it against the wall, see if it sticks.
Yeah. What's that?
What do you have to start the game with a flea flicker? Start the game with a jet sweep. Something that he has not seen yet. Because the only way that you're going to be in this game offensively is if you throw something that they don't know. I love your point on that. I just wanted to bring my counterpoints up. How Belichick might plan for Anderson in this offense. If Shady's not available, you're in trouble. But you're only in trouble because you take that open space elusiveness pass out of it. But Murphy did well.
Yeah.
You got Ivory to pound the rock inside. Belichick has experience with him because he played for the Jets, so he knows how to game plan against Ivory. Kelvin Benjamin, I mean, he's a big physical wideout. You're going to put Chung on him. You're going to put Chung over the top. You may put, I don't know, because Trubisky was able to score on this Patriots defense, but that has some big wideouts. So I don't know. I'm not really sure how.
Yeah, but I mean, you're comparing Nagy to.
I know as far as scheme goes. No, I'm not comparing. I'm just saying like from a player to player standpoint. Have they faced really big wideouts all year? Well, they faced Gronk in practice. You know what I mean? It doesn't look good.
I can't believe that I'm saying this, but I would take the Bears wide receiver group over the Bills in a heartbeat. I would take Florida State's wide receiver group over the Bills right now. It's bad. They're so bad. But
It's bad now.
But again, if you look at changing OCs, if you're the Bills, if you're looking at truthfully changing OCs, doesn't matter if you do it against the Patriots or not. If you fire Dable, if news comes through Monday that Dable was fired, right? Are you any worse off than you would have been had Dable been the OC?
It'll be a shock to the team, but the offense can't get much worse. Plus, you're firing a guy that Bill Belichick has carnal knowledge of.
Yeah. I mean, it's
deuces.
With this loss, right? Teams that Dable has been the offensive coordinator for, he was what, 18 and
48.
18 and
46.
18
okay? And 46.
So with the season as it is right now, his record is what?
20 and 51.
20 and 51. Like, that is Jesus. Oh my God.
I bet you he thanks God every day for Hugh Jackson.
It's terrible. And I don't know how to fix any of it. I don't know if the pieces are in place to be able to fix any of this.
It'd be like bringing me a car and telling me to fix it. I have no idea what goes on with my car. If my car breaks down and the gas tank doesn't say E, I'm done.
That's it?
Yep, I'm done. I'm in trouble. Trouble.
It makes me wonder, watching Dable, if he drew up all his plays on an Etch-a-Sketch. And that's why the receivers don't know how to run read routes, because you can't really make any adjustments on an Etch-a-Sketch. Once you've committed to the route, you got to finish that bad boy out.
Since they bench Peterman, he walks over once in a while, goes like this, puts it back. Do we have to explain what an Etch-a-Sketch is?
Oh man, there's a whole generation of people that might not have any idea what an Etch-a-Sketch is.
That was the first iPad.
It's an iPad with wheels.
Look, man, it's my name.
That was a big accomplishment with an Etch-a-Sketch.
Did I turn it right or left? I don't know. I can't remember. Don't ruin it. Let me clear my browser history.